Welcome back to another video on my Facebook page, The Millionaire Hippie. I am Boom Shikha, and today I wanted to speak to you guys about something really interesting, something that's been bugging me kind of over the past few days. I thought that it was an interesting topic to cover, more so to kind of clarify my thoughts by conversing with you guys about it, kind of. And so a few days ago, a friend of mine who's an ENTP and I'm an INFJ, and we have these interesting conversations. He randomly said, where do new souls come from? I mean, we have a lot of old souls, and you can tell when a person's an old soul versus a new soul. And for people who don't know what that means, some certain people believe that and believe in reincarnation. So basically, we believe that people are reborn over and over again. And so some people who feel like old souls, who have a lot of wisdom even in their youth, they're the people who've actually had a lot of different lives in the past, and so they've learned from it, and that's the reason they seem older than their years. Whereas there's certain people who are new souls. You can tell instantaneously that they're brand spanking new. They are sparkly new. They are about fame and fortune, and they're not as deep thinkers as they might be, as other people might be, and they're still just learning. You can tell that they're just, it's their first time around, maybe the second time around. They're early on in their evolution, and so that's the difference between a new soul and an old soul. And you can always tell. You can always tell if someone's an old soul or a new soul. And you can have these conversations with old souls that you might not be able to have with newer souls, just because they're, like I said, not at that stage in their evolution. They don't really care that much at this point. They might in the future, and some people expand in evolution just in one lifetime because of all the different things they deal with, and some people don't. Some people take a few lifetimes to learn what they're learning. Now, if you're religious, and if you're Christian, or you're a devout Muslim, or whatever it might be, if reincarnation is not in your religion. And so I am not doing this video to offend anyone. If you guys don't believe in it, you don't have to listen to the video. If you do, then please do listen. I'm not saying that this is the only way, but this is what I believe in. And so if you do as well, please go on and listen to this. If you don't, then switch it off. I am not here to offend anyone. So the question was, where do new souls come from? And so obviously, there are souls right now on this planet, and there are babies being born every single day with souls. So if there are a limited amount of people on this planet, if there are a limited amount of souls, where are all these new people coming from? Where are all these new souls coming from? So where are souls created from is basically the question. And that's such an interesting question to me, because where is anything new created from? Any kind of new matter? And the answer is, there is no new matter, really. Everything that is in this universe is in the universe, and there is nothing new being created. If there is anything new being created, it is just the amalgamation of old stuff. So it's not truly new. I'm talking about new stuff, absolutely new, that has never been on this planet before. And so a new soul would be absolutely something new matter. And if you think about, matter can neither be destroyed or created, if that's one of the laws of the universe, then a new soul truly cannot be created, because matter cannot be created or destroyed. And old souls are never destroyed, so it's as if we're all repeating this journey over and over again. And so in my theory, what I've kind of formulated from all of my meditations on this subject is that no one ever really dies. All of the old souls that we call old souls, we never really truly leave the planet, or we never really leave our consciousness. We're always alive, and we are never destroyed. So what I believe happens with new souls is that new souls actually come from old souls. And in Indian culture, we believe that you live 84,000 lives, and then you reach enlightenment. I don't really truly believe in enlightenment. I don't really think that, maybe it is something that exists, but I don't really believe that that is the ultimate goal for people. I don't believe that that's the reason we're on this planet, so we can reach enlightenment and then sit on our laurels for the rest of our lives. I don't think it's possible for humans to be that way. I think as long as a soul exists, I think the soul is going to want to grow and evolve. A soul will never want to be like, okay, I'm done. I've learned everything I wanted to learn, and now I'm going to just take off. I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to sit up in the clouds and watch everything that's happening. I don't think that's possible for a soul, because souls are always wanting to learn, wanting to create, wanting to evolve. And so I believe what happens to old souls once they have gone through one cycle is that they come back as a new soul. And that's something that is just something that is a theory of mine. Obviously, we can never prove any of this. I mean, can we really prove in reincarnation? Yes, there have been stories of little children who have told about their past lives, who've, given really detailed accounts of their past life, how they died, who they lived with, what their wives looked like, what their kids looked like, what kind of profession they worked at. And they've actually taken these kids back to the villages where they said that they were born in, or where they lived in their past life. And the amount of detail and accuracy was astounding. So, I mean, maybe if you believe in those stories, you can say, yes, reincarnation exists. But all of this is just theorizing. I mean, all of this is an illusion. Right now, me talking to you is an illusion. And what that means is that, does this truly exist, or is it a dream that we're living in? Is this actually happening, or am I just talking and I'm talking to an ether? And the reason this universe exists is because I exist, because I believe it exists. There's so much fluff out there. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes on that you have no idea is true or not. I mean, I have no idea what is true, what is not. But in my theorizing, in order for me to explain this world I live in, because that's what humans do, we explain the world that we live in, that I believe that old souls and new souls are just exactly the same. There's no difference, really. Obviously, what happens is that the old souls decide, okay, I want to go back. I want to go back to the beginning. I want to go back and start my journey. And whatever our spiritual, journey is, they go back and they are reborn as new souls to restart this journey, to learn over and over again. Because that's what souls are all about. That's what we are all about, spirit. Our spirit loves to learn, loves to grow, loves to evolve. And we can only do that up to a certain point, maybe, and then eventually, you restart. So that's my theory on where new souls come from. Obviously, like I said, it's just a theory, and this is all mental masturbation. I mean, it's just theorizing. It doesn't really matter in this great scheme of things, because why does it really matter where new souls come from? Why does it matter what we're doing on this planet? If all of this is an illusion and it's just, it's like it doesn't even exist. I mean, I might be standing here in this physical space, but if you really think about it, who can tell if this is real or not? We can't. There is no way to tell. If you believe in quantum physics, if you look at the string theory, if you look at the Big Bang theory, and all of that stuff, we don't know what actually exists and what doesn't exist. All of this might just be an illusion, a video that's playing, or whatever it might be, however terms you want to use. A hologram, I think, is one of the words that they use for the universe. They consider the universe to be a hologram. If it is true, then it doesn't really matter. Answering all of these questions or asking these questions is just for our humanness. In reality, all of this is just an illusion, and we're just going through the motions. If you watch the movie The Matrix, a lot of the Matrix, the theorizing comes from quantum physics, where they say that this world is just a hologram, and we're just playing a scene on it, and it's a temporary scene. It'll disappear, because the past is an illusion. The past is just history. And how do you really know that this is actually happening, right? So again, my theory on new souls and old souls, I hope that you guys like this video. I want to share more of these random musings with you, because if it's important to me, if I'm thinking about it, maybe you guys are as well. And if you're not, let me know. And if you are, let me know as well. Let me know what kind of questions do you guys ponder on a daily basis. Do you think about quantum physics? Do you guys think about souls and old souls and new souls and string theory and everything being energy and the law of attraction? I want to know about these things. If you guys are interested, message me. I want to talk about this stuff with you guys. I want to tell you what I think. and maybe hear from you on what your theories are. I'm always learning and I'm always growing and I'm always interested in hearing from you. If you guys are interested, you can join my free Facebook group, The Millionaire Hippie. If not, I'll talk to you guys the next time around. I'll be doing more of these videos. And in the next video, I think I want to talk about the law of attraction, but my theory behind the manifesting, the meditation, and everything. So again, have an awesome week. Have a brilliant September, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.